Welcome to MoneyBeat. I'm Steve Russolillo, filling in for Paul Vigna. BlackBerry's board of directors has formed a special committee to explore strategic alternatives that could include a sale of the company. Will Connors covers BlackBerry and is here with the details. Will, thanks so much for joining us. So, this is an announcement that I guess is a little bit surprising, but not quite though. Tell us what you think.
Right, so the strange part of this announcement is that they made a very similar announcement over a year ago that they were considering strategic alternatives, never ruled out a sale of the company. And then this announcement today says basically the same thing. The only difference is that they actually formed a specific board committee to look at new options, which could include a sale. But it's very similar to announcements and statements that executives made over a year ago.
So, Will, take us through exactly what, actually we have a statement here from the company as to what they announced today. Basically, the statement says the company's board of directors has formed a special committee to explore strategic alternatives to enhance value and increase scale. These alternatives could include, among others, possible joint ventures, strategic partnerships or alliances, a sale of the company, or other possible transactions. So, Will, it's a lot of options right there that they could do. I mean, a lot of people are talking about an outright sale of the company, but if they wanted to do a joint venture or if they wanted to do some type of strategic partnership, who's out there that they could work with?
I mean, the possibilities are limitless. There's a lot of people who could see value in different pieces of BlackBerry. The question is, do they have enough cash? So somebody would have to be willing to take on quite a bit of risk and have deep pockets, whether it's to buy the company or to buy a chunk of the company or to form some kind of strategic alliance. BlackBerry is, they aren't in debt, but they don't have a lot of cash left, and they have a lot of problems, not a lot of positive momentum for them. So whoever would agree to a deal, whichever it would be taking on a lot of risk.
You talk about, obviously, the company's sales have been in decline for quite some time now. This company had more than 50% market share in the U.S. That's down to less than 3% now. So it's been a really steep decline for BlackBerry. I'm wondering, though, what are some of the attractive parts of this company? And I assume it's the patents, but you can tell me better than I can. I mean, what are some of the attractive options here for BlackBerry?
Yeah, the patents are one. There's varying estimates about how much those patents could be worth. Somewhere in the of $2 to $3 billion. They have a really solid software infrastructure. BlackBerries have always been well known for their security, and they do still have a very solid software infrastructure that a company like Microsoft or IBM, for example, might be interested in. The hardware is less valuable. I think as we've seen with some of these Chinese handset makers that run on Android operating system. They can pump out good-looking smartphones for very little. So BlackBerry's hardware assets probably aren't as attractive. It'd be more on the software, security, patent side.
Okay, Will, one more for you. The stock price is getting a little bit of a bump today. But, as you pointed out, though, this is news. This is really nothing different than the announcement that they made last year. So why are people a little bit excited right now?
Maybe they hope that a sale is actually possible this time. And some of the investors who've stuck with the company or bought shares on the hopes that they would sell now are given a little bit of an additional hope, because people who've been holding BlackBerry shares for the past year haven't really gotten any boosts.
All right, great. Will, thank you so much for joining us. He has all the latest on BlackBerry, and be sure to stay tuned to WSJ.com all day for the latest developments on this story.